Just a reminder that all proceeds from our YouTube channel are donated to charity. Please help us help others by giving us a thumbs up or subscribing to our channel. Your support makes a difference.
If you don't believe that we donate to charity, take a look at our video of the donation made to the Navy SEAL Foundation in January of 2024, and we contribute to this every year. Hey everyone! The inaugural season of the new Sun Princess is underway, and we've been busy creating review videos, including a comprehensive walkthrough of a reserve collection mini-suite, a tour of the fitness center, and evaluations of various dining options. Today we'll look at the sanctuary on board the new Sun Princess. First, we'll take a tour of the space. We'll show you some of the hits, what we think are the misses, and answer some of your questions. The sanctuary is located on deck 18 aft. The opening hours are from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. daily. Access to the sanctuary is included with the cruise fare for Signature Collection suites. When we were on board, we spoke with a manager who said the following: if there is capacity on any given morning, Princess will sell day passes at $99 per person on sea days and $79 per person on port days. Right now, half days are not available. And when we were on board, day passes were not instituted yet, and Princess was really unsure how capacity was going to be determined. And since there are 80 suites on board and a limited amount of sun loungers, this is a burning question for us and our followers, and you'll understand this more as we walk through the space. This is an adult-only space, and only passengers 16 years and older can enter. And we'll discuss this more when we answer your questions later. There are two general ways to access the sanctuary, either from the glass elevators that span decks 10 to 18, or from the mid-aft elevators that span all of the decks. When you enter the sanctuary from the mid-aft elevators, as usual, you're greeted by the excellent crew of the Sun Princess. Immediately to the left is a dedicated bar for this space. And then immediately ahead of you as you enter the sanctuary is a covered awning area with tables and chairs. Passengers in the sanctuary can choose from an exclusive food and beverage menu. Our favorites are the bento boxes. As you head further aft, you'll start entering the pool area that's exclusive to the sanctuary. This is something new for Princess because the sanctuaries on other Princess ships do not have a pool and only have hot tubs. There are various types of seating available in the sanctuary, as you've seen already, and if every seat was occupied, well over 300 passengers may fit here. But we know everyone wants a sun lounger, and right now there are 177 sun loungers, with padded chaise loungers, double padded beds, non-padded chaise loungers, and plastic sculpted loungers. When we were on board, there were 8 cabanas. However, the cabanas were not yet complete. There are no mini bars or refrigerators yet, and as you can see, for example, they're missing televisions. When the cabanas are completed, they will be sold for $499 per day for up to 4 people. Extra persons are $50 per person per day. There is no discount for suite guests, and the price includes amenities like bathrobes and slippers. The Signature Sun Deck is an elevated area of the sanctuary, and only Signature Collection suite guests have access to this. There are some chairs and tables with awning coverage, and with 180-degree visibility, you're sure to get some beautiful views of the wake. Beside beverage and food service, there is orange water, cucumber water, and regular ice water available. We counted about 40 padded chaise loungers here. And again, these are available only to the Signature Collection suite guests. All loungers in the sanctuary are a first-come, first-served basis and are reserved for the entire day. Let's go over what we think some of the hits of the sanctuary are. First of all, we love the aft location for the beautiful views and the sound of the wake. However, there are some problems with the location of the deck, which we'll talk about when we get into the misses. First of all, we love that the sanctuary now has a pool, and we also love that it's adult only. In the past, Princess has had a real problem not offering adult-only pool spaces. Next, we love the dedicated menu. The exclusive food menu offers both healthy and savory food options. Be aware, if you don't have the Princess Plus or Princess Premier package, you will have to pay for alcoholic beverages. We love the new seating options, particularly these padded double beds around the pool. Okay, let's get into some of the misses. All right, first, the location right below Park 19, which is the area where other passengers, including children, will be using things like the ropes course, roll glider, recreational court with ping pong and other activities, a splash zone, and a walking jogging track, is really an oversight. In fact, you can look directly down into the sanctuary from deck 19 and above. As one follower put it to us, now why would you put the sanctuary right below a playground at sea? If you're a seasoned Princess cruiser, you know that the sanctuary usually has quite a bit of shade. So you might have noticed in our walkthrough that there's really not a lot of shade in the sanctuary on board the new Sun Princess. There are a couple of areas with awnings, there are the cabanas, but we really didn't see any sun loungers in shaded areas. And as someone who burns pretty easily, this is an oversight for us. Maybe this is something that Princess will fix in the future by adding umbrellas or more awnings. Also, we wish that there were more padded loungers than in just the signature sun deck. All right, let's get into your and your fellow followers' questions. The first question is, who actually has access to the sanctuary? At the time that we filmed this, only Signature Collection suite guests have guaranteed access to the sanctuary. And here we're doing a mock booking on princess.com to show you how to find these types of rooms. And for our cruise, only the Signature Collection suite guests had access to the sanctuary and no day passes were sold. This is still something that is evolving on the Sun Princess. And the manager told us that they likely are going to start offering day passes to about 20 couples per day. The sanctuary has a capacity of 177 in terms of sunbeds. The 177 loungers include the exclusive area for signature guests, the padded loungers, the regular unpadded loungers, and the hard sculpted loungers. If there is capacity on a given morning, they plan to sell day passes at $99 per day on sea days and $79 per day on port days, both per person. Half days are not available at this time. With 177 sun loungers available for the guests occupying 80 suites on board, we're really unsure how well this is going to work out for day passes. The next follower question is that when we use the sanctuary on other Princess cruises, we were able to book the same sun lounger for the whole cruise at the beginning of our cruise. Is it the same for the Sun Princess? The answer to that is no. There is no pre-reservation of loungers from day to day, including for suite guests. Location is on a first-come and first-served basis every morning. Once a lounger is assigned, it is reserved for you for the rest of the day. If all padded loungers are taken, you have to pick another. The next question is alcohol included with your admission to the sanctuary? The answer to that is generally no. Only if you have a Princess package that includes alcoholic beverages are alcoholic beverages included in the sanctuary. However, in the past, Princess Cruises has provided alcoholic beverages with their cabanas. Although their cabanas are not open yet and we neglected to ask the manager this, in the past other Princess ships have offered alcoholic beverages in cabanas, including minibars stocked with alcoholic and non-alcoholic beverages, champagne, or even a bottle of liquor with your choice of mixer. We predict it will be at least one of these options, and we apologize to the follower that asked this because we didn't ask the manager specifically, but we will in the future. The next question is there any shade? There's really not a lot. Compared to the sanctuary on other Princess ships, the lack of shade is noticeable. There are areas with chairs, tables, and some cushioned loungers in the shade, but not many, and really not any chaise lounges except in the cabanas that are in the shade. Another question is, are children allowed? And we said this earlier, but no one under the age of 16 will be admitted. We talked about the proximity to Park 19 a few minutes ago, and we're really unsure if this is intentional with the new family-centric design to keep parents near children on board, or if this is just an oversight. Here's another question. What if I take the aft elevators directly into the signature sun deck and I am not a suite guest? What will happen? Well, you could do this when we were on board, but the intention is for suite guests to use their medallion to access the signature sun deck via the aft glass elevators. Now, this hasn't been implemented yet, and when we were on board, a crew member was limiting access at that time. So in our video about the Sun Princess Sanctuary, we explored several key points. Booking a suite guarantees you access to the sanctuary. However, the availability of day passes for non-suite guests really remains uncertain, as Princess is still determining overall capacity, and that's something that may vary from voyage to voyage. For assured access to the sanctuary, booking a Signature Collection suite is recommended. Now, we appreciate the beauty of the space and its adult-only atmosphere, but for us, concerns remain such as the lack of shade and the proximity to Deck 19 activities. So in conclusion, the Sun Princess Sanctuary offers amenities like a dedicated menu, dedicated crew, and an adults-only pool, but it really differs from other Princess ships. Factors like the lack of shade or the non-reservation of loungers for the entire voyage may affect its appeal for some cruisers, but other cruisers might appreciate these things. Well, that's it for our tour of the sanctuary on board the new Sun Princess, including what we feel are the hits, misses, and answering your burning questions. If you have any additional questions or comments, put them in the comments below, as we'll be on this ship again later this year. And please subscribe and hit the like button, as we're going to post more reviews and videos of this gorgeous ship. Always remember to make meaningful and healthy travel happen, and we'll see you next time.